I am searching for bugs, more bugs that I've introduced in the refactor. And I have a massive cup of coffee in front of me. So hopefully I'll wake the fuck up a little bit. So this, again, I already fixed this for envelopes. Okay, the enabled button for envelopes is working. But for this thing it's not. And also, I can't switch to static mode. Oh, I can switch to static mode, but it doesn't update this view or something. So let's see what's going on. Well, let's look at the enabled thing. Oh, enabled does work. It looks like. But it starts off disabled when it shouldn't be. So that would be in Step Painter toolbar. Step Painter toolbar. Set enabled checked. Also, there's a bit of redundancy here because I've improved certain things. I think. Wait, hide. I'm hiding. Oh, the clear button doesn't show up either? I'm just noticing this is being hidden for some reason. Let's have a look. Okay, this also doesn't work. Okay, so I'll look at that in a second. But I can add manipulators like this. Oh yeah, well there's no clear button. I don't think I need to explicitly hide and show these because it happens automatically in here, I think. I think eventually these controls all hide and show themselves. Anyway, in enable, we should have set enabled checked. Oops. Oh yeah, Copilot knows what's up. And now it's not going to do it. Steps. Right, now I don't have this function. So is enabled. It looks like the chord is going to have the same problem. But anyway, for the time being, let's say multi-steps. Okay, if it's a manipulator, which it always will be because there's one type of multi-steps thing and it's always a manipulator. If it is, should I do like that? No, this is wrong. Manip. Okay. then return is enabled manip. Okay. Alright, I was tempted to start looking at other parts of the code on those other bugs that I saw, but let's do things one at a time. Let's just edit one thing and then rebuild and check if it's okay. Slowly I'm going to wake up. This is my second cup of coffee. I just downed one massive cup of coffee and now made a second. I didn't sleep very well, sadly. Not sure why. And I don't have any food because I had to cancel my debit card because unfortunately I fell for a scam and I lost like £5. But then the scam company that I like Googled them, and apparently they have a habit of like holding onto your card info and setting up a monthly payment without your permission. So I just cancelled my debit card, and then so I'm waiting for the bank to send me a new one in the post, and that was on Saturday, and it still hasn't arrived. And I had a little bit of emergency cash for buying food, and I've run out. So I have no food. So hopefully that card comes later. They said it comes in in 4 working days, and it's now the 5th day. If not, then I don't know what I'm going to do. Go out and beg for food. Okay, it's now enabled by default, which is correct. Alright, so switching to static seems to work behind the scenes, but doesn't actually switch the editor. So what's going on? So the refactor that I did was just basically everything to do with like parameter and manipulator management. And so that includes like certain parts of these editors. I reckon that the chord editor is going to have the same problem here because I'm not doing anything when the mode changes to switch it up. But I haven't tested the chord editors yet. What is this? So this is the actual code that decides which editor is visible, like the dynamic or the static. So I should be calling enable again, I guess. Mode changed. Oops, what's going on? Mode changed. Set mode. Should happen in here. Ah, okay, I'm not doing anything. Step painter. Let's go set mode. Thank you, Visual Studio, for that. That's very helpful. Yeah. set mode. I'm so happy that like part of what happened during this refactor is this step painter control and the chord editor and the envelope editor. The interface for those became so much more straightforward, because I was previously doing all of this horrible like signal and slot nonsense. And it was always like really confusing, like where the code is going, especially with stuff like this where when the mode changes. So actually, the way this is happening now is sort of a hangover from the way it was going before. So this should be in here, and we just go set mode, get mode, steps. Now we have the mode here. So now we need to hang on to this bref ID. Now there's no reason for this. Nonsense. Don't need that header. Now this could be So every time I call enable, I just quickly call disable just in case it's already enabled. Yeah, okay, now that I have this new nice refactored code base, I should probably think about improving this situation. Let me think. It might already be the case that I'm never accidentally calling enabled twice or disabled twice. Calling enabled twice in a row without a disable in between would be an error, because I get these like double connects or double disconnects, which is why I do this little dance where I implicitly call disable every time you call enable, and if it was already disabled then it just does nothing. So it might already be the case that I don't actually need to do anything here because the calling code is already correct, but I'm not confident about that right now. So let's do this. Alright, fine. It's hacky, but... And in fact, I could do this better. Just have have this. Okay. No, that doesn't matter, does it? Where's that? I think it's in here. Oh, one thing I should do now actually is move these files out of this directory. Okay, the color, it doesn't have the right color now, which is interesting. Doesn't have the right color. That's bizarre. But this works and this is wrong. It shouldn't start off. What is even happening? That was weird. This is very broken. I don't understand the color. I didn't think I don't think I did anything that would affect that. The color. Oh, I actually dynamically pre these lanes. I didn't realize. Alright, I changed my mind about how I want to do this. Let's just do what just do what I was doing before. Which is this. No, change my mind again. Change my mind again. Just set the color. Set the color here. Oh, this is wrong though. This is wrong because I'm not disabling the other one. I'm not disabling it here either. This all seems very wrong. Surely I need to disable here. I think this was just always wrong. The reason for all this enable disable bullshit is to prevent basically rogue Godot signals from firing when controls are not actually active, which can happen in like obscure corner cases, like these resized events, for example. That's I think the only reason for it now. Previously, before I did this refactor, I also had the problem of I was using like signals and slots for everything, and I needed a way to like disconnect all the associated signals when controls were disabled. Anyway, this is all nonsense. Hold on. So, what was I talking about? Oh yeah. Tree disable. Disable. That should hide it as well, right? Hide. This one. Hide. Okay, so it's got the right color now. Switch to static. Okay. So this one starts off selected, it looks like, at least visually, which is wrong. It should just be empty. Clicking here. So this is weird. This seems to have no effect. To the actual underlying manipulator. This shouldn't appear if we're in static mode, right? So there's another thing. The clear button. Doesn't do anything when static is enabled. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Let's close this so I don't get distracted by that. Step painter, static. What is happening here? Set mode. This seems completely broken because only one of the rows should be selectable at once. Also, I'm clicking, so there's some effect when you hover over these rows. That seems fine, but when I click the mouse, I click mouse down, and then it doesn't like update until I release. It doesn't update until I release the mouse button and then hover out of the row. So click, mouse down, mouse up, and then until I hover out of the row, it doesn't update. So it's all broken. I don't know why this one actually have broken, because this stuff actually I don't think I changed at all. Let's see. Let's go here, switch like this, get value. The value is, wow. Suddenly it all makes sense. Well, this I should have changed ages ago. It's some of these entities are just using like raw. I mean, it shouldn't actually matter. Okay, let's find where the option is being set up. I probably have the same problem with this slider where I'm not like defaulting the value. Let's see though. Where is it? It will be in create manipulator, I think. Would it? Am I correct about that? I don't know. Create option static. Oh, well, it's probably already the wrong value at this point. Here. No, it's 0 apparently. But I haven't placed the manipulator yet, so if I place it... Oh yeah, it doesn't do it again. Okay, so at that point it's fine. Okay. Okay. Interesting. But then when I read this, it should happen here. Let's have a look. Value 0, that's fine. Then I do it again here. Option static. Index 4. 860 index 4. Zero. Okay. Now it looks wrong. Let's click there. What are we returning? That's wrong. $860 index 4, yeah. So I'm writing a strange value, it looks like. So set option value? What's it called? I don't remember. Set option static value. What's going on here? Yeah, I also don't know. Oh, I did. I remember I changed the way this loop works. So actually, let's see what's going on here. Set value. Value 0. What's the max? Max return 2. 0, 1, 2. Yeah, that makes sense. On. True. What? Oh. Oh! Oh, I get it. The default should be -1, I think. But instead it's 0. Okay, so that's that issue. Let me continue and see what the other issue is. So, if I can. So I click here. Now. Oh look, I've set this bogus value. Where's that happening then? Set options static value. All over the place. It's not that one. Toggle, toggle. Toggle, toggle, no. Set value, it'll be this one. Gonna have to restart. Okay. What? Oh. Okay. Yes. Let's have a look. Here. Oh, that's the Sentinel value. It's not just a... Yeah, this is a special value. Sorry, I'm just trying to remember how this shit works. Yes, I have this special value to indicate it's like a null value. So maybe the only problem here is that I'm not initializing to -1, which is what it should do, I think. Let's have a look at reverse toggle. Default index 0. Parameters. Reverse option. Oh, here we go. Default index -1. There we go. There we go. Okay, let's have a look in... I don't know where it would be. Here. I don't think so. No, it would be in here. Oh, look, yeah, I'm just... Okay. Yeah. Okay, right. I got it. I understand the dynamics. Let me think. Make new steps manip data. So we get this. Option. This option. Get default value from this. The mode is also not being initialized by the looks of things. The cord is going to have the same problem. Static value is this. That's all I need to do. So for the chord manipulators, I can get away with just doing this, I believe. Oops. Because this is all fine. Okay. That's my phone. Let me go check my doormat to see if my debit card has arrived yet. No. A hopeful check. What header did I edit that this is happening? Oh, this one. Yeah, I guess this is used by a lot. And this one. Okay, does that solve all of my problems? By which I mean one of my problems. So this is correct so far. I just clicked and this is happening. This looks wrong. Oh no, that looks correct. I'm saying it's a 0. Okay. Okay. But this is wrong, obviously. What's happening when I do that? So the lanes are not being turned off in response to me clicking. The new lane is being turned on. Also, it's still not doing anything. This does a thing. Oh, it does something if I switch away from dynamic and back to static. Why would that be now? So this doesn't do anything. That doesn't make sense to me. Oh, I think I see the problem. Yeah, I see the problem. It's because this is supposed to be multi. Get multi. So I should probably come up with a better API for this, because this is a mistake I've made twice now. Where basically, so the problem is, what is this option static value thing? This is basically a thing that's identified by an ID. I have this thing called it's a static option. And a static option can either be a parameter or it can be like a sort of a child. I don't want to. Okay, I can't use the word parameter because parameter means naming things is hard. Okay, so in Blockhead, parameter is referring to. Oh no, I can't even say that. It's hard to explain things. But static option, okay, it doesn't matter what parameter means, but static option can either be a parameter or it could be like a sub thing of a thing called a multi-steps, which can either be a static option or a dynamic option. And so that's the way that this option manipulators are implemented, is because you can switch between static or dynamic mode. And when you're in static mode, you're dealing with this static option. In dynamic mode, you're dealing with the dynamic option. So in this function, I've been passed this static option, and I have to figure out what this static option is. Is it a parameter or is it a multi-steps? And the multi-steps can be, the way that things are set up, it could be one of multiple things as well. But at the moment, it's always only one possible thing. It's a manipulator. So when I get past the static option, I've either got, this is either referring to a parameter at the end of the day or a manipulator. And so the code that I had was, is it a parameter? And we just do this, just basically doing it's just looking up in the database whether or not this ID refers to a parameter or not. If it's not, then we check if it's a manipulator and do something else. But this code is wrong because I need to check not if the static option is a manipulator. I need to check if it's a multi-steps, and then check if the multi-steps is a manipulator. Or just assume that the multi-steps is a manipulator because there's only one kind of multi-steps in the system at the moment, and it's a manipulator. So the code should be like, if it's a multi, then I know for sure that it's a manipulator because there's only one kind of multi-steps at the moment. So I could just do this. This is kind of like I mean, semantically it's kind of like a cast. But essentially I'm just looking up in a database this ID. And at this point, logically I know that it's definitely a manipulator. So I know that this is definitely going to return a valid handle here. So okay, that's that problem. But I guess maybe I should just have a quick look. For this chord ID. That one's fine. That one's fine, that one's fine. Yeah, see this? I'm doing the two-stage check again here. Set coordinate, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, okay, that's all of the places where I was doing that. Okay. I was just checking if I made the same mistake anywhere else. Doesn't look like it. And now I've completely lost my train of thought. I don't even remember what I'm testing now. So this seems to work fine. Switch to static. Oh. Okay, so the only problem now is visually this is not updating properly. So let's have a look. On option static value changed. That's where that should be handled. Static value changed. Should happen in here. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. This one. Oh, I'm assuming that it's only ever... Yeah, that's incorrect. An incorrect assumption. Handle possible blink param value changed. Oh, this is a horrible template function. Okay. And then we just do this afterwards, I suppose. Set value E. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, fucking hell. Right. Let's set option value. Oh, that exists. I was just... Oh, it exists. Set value. Okay, where else is... Where am I even doing that? Set option value. I'm not calling that anywhere. So So that, well, that just explains everything, right? Yeah, I'm not calling that. I had this function, but I wasn't calling it. I see. Let me just try something else here as well. I haven't tested cloning a manipulator block yet. Let's go clone. That's fine. That's just a breakpoint. Don't panic. Okay, it worked. Because I just wanted to check. Is this updating? Yes. Cool. Haha! You see? Okay, let's make this button not appear when it's in static mode. I don't know if that's, that might be an existing bug. Let's have a look in the current build. Yeah, I can just do this because it actually works. Oh, I have no button at all in the current build. Let's make a note of that then. In here. Clear button doesn't appear on option manipulators. Okay, manipulator block. Set mode here. Footer, set mode. Steps toolbar, set mode. Here we go. Hold on. I actually had it set up so that the clear button was visible in static mode, it looks like. And it was just setting it to 0, which I guess is fine. Okay, that's in that case. Clear button enabled. So the problem is just this, I assume. Whoops, what the hell did I do there? Whoops. Yeah. Yes. Okay, now get this clear button here, and in static mode, that's wrong. Yeah, exactly, it shouldn't do that. It should, this is clearly wrong. This should be set to the default value. Or it should just not appear. It doesn't make any sense for it to appear, right? What is actually happening when... I don't understand how this is implemented. One value changed. Set value, lane info value. Lane value. Huh? I don't understand this. Hold on. Oh, I'm saying this. This is wrong. I don't like this. Oh, is it handled in here? I'm saying a sentinel value. I've definitely changed something here. So when I turn this off by just clicking, this is setting the value to this sentinel, which is like a special value that I use. So I'm setting it to this. Which must be handled deeper in the engine. Sentinel. Isn't Sentinel spelled with an E? I have a feeling I've misspelled that. Anyway. Right, here we go. It's all handled in here. Right, it's handled in the manipulation. Okay. But I'm not actually defaulting to that. I'm defaulting to -1 because that's what the plugin defines it as. So there's something definitely wrong here. Hold on. Let me think about this. There's something wrong. If I look at... This is going to be set to -1 when it first gets created. -1. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. This seems like it was always designed incorrectly. Not designed incorrectly, but implemented incorrectly. Because I think this was always happening. It starts off as -1. Then I guess the plugin would just ignore it if it's -1. I want to see what we're actually ending up with. If I switch to static mode here, apply manipulator, this one. What's actually happening here? Let's have a look. this is, what's the process data? Is that the destination or the source? Process data. I think that's the destination. Base data. Oh yeah. Manipulation data points. We have 1 point and it says -1. So what we end up with after the manipulation is applied is 1 point. It says -1. Okay. Oops, what did I just press? I pressed F4 by accident. Okay. Now I want to see what happens if I turn this on and then turn it off. Now we're going to have a different value in here, right? Yeah, now we've got the sentinel value. So a different thing is happening, but it doesn't seem to have any ill effect. So the final value is just -1 because it sets it to default. Right. Sets it to default. It sets it to default. So this is a bug, but it has no ill effect whatsoever because the correct thing ends up happening anyway. Right. Okay. That's fine. I'm going to take a 20-minute break and then come back.